Tragedy brought Dave, Reese, Fintan and Charlie together. Deeply affected by the suicide of a close friend, finance graduate Dave Foran and his 3 friends decided to channel their grief into raising both awareness and funds for mental health charities across the world by embarking on what they call the Crazy Journey.
We had friends that were affected by mental illness, and we thought that being such a problem in our countries with young men suffering from mental illness and depression and not really being willing to talk about it, and it being such a taboo issue, we thought the 4 of us could get out there and spread the word.
The students' journey began in Sydney, Australia, and covers 450,000 kilometres over a period of 6 months. At the end of the journey, they will have navigated 44 countries across 4 continents to reach their final destination, Dublin in Ireland.
Pakistan was the halfway point, so we've travelled up through Sydney in Australia, all the way up through Southeast Asia into China, and then we had to do a massive U-turn because of the worst snowstorms in China for 80 years, all the way back to Bangkok, and then on a ship to Calcutta. So it's about 22,000 kilometres so far.
Dawn News extended traditional Pakistani hospitality and took the visitors on a sightseeing tour. A common love for cricket meant that Pakistan was always going to be a highlight in the itinerary for the young Australian and Irishmen. We took them to a charity game at the Lahore City Cricket Association, where old rivalries quickly emerged.
I know it was a big tragedy for your country last year when little Ireland, where I'm from, kicked you guys out of the World Cup. So I'm going to give you a chance to get back at me now in the nets.
Next stop was a shopping trip. The boys were delighted by traditional Pakistani menswear and were keen to get kitted out in local clothes for their onward journey to Iran. During their travels, the young fundraisers made a point of explaining their journey to everyone they came into contact with.
Charity बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है, जितने भी मेंटल बच्चे होते हैं उनके लिए बहुत अच्छा है, उनके लिए एड देना चाहिए, मदद देना चाहिए उनके लिए, क्योंकि हम नहीं करेंगे तो और कौन करेगा?
No trip to Pakistan is complete without seeing the very emblem of the country, Minar-e-Pakistan, and when better to see the monument than on the 68th anniversary of the Lahore Resolution. The youngsters were in high spirits and clearly exhilarated by their global adventure. But afterwards I took the opportunity to ask them about the more serious issue of depression.
In Ireland it's prolific, up to 10% of the population is affected. In Australia there's 800,000 cases per year. There's loads of, we visited Fountain House this morning and they have a big problem in Pakistan, and the same goes in Delhi as well.
The intrepid explorers have another 3 months of travel ahead of them, but as they leave Pakistan for the next leg of their charity expedition, their minds are set not only on the adventures to come, but ultimately on raising around $35,000 for young people suffering from depression. Fazana Fiaz, Dawn News, Lahore.